Greetings, everyone. I am Dr. Wolf, and I was genuinely surprised to see that they're releasing more MLP G4 content. It's not that much. I mean, it's basically a clip show, but there is some new material in here. And it specifically works into a scrapbook that Starlight had presented to Twilight during the final episode of G4. And yeah, even though I had no idea this was coming, I have to admit, it actually got me a little excited again to watch these characters and see these old scenes and think about what it's actually leading to. Because this is the first of several clip show episodes that are coming out every Monday. And I have to admit, it's actually really nice to be looking forward to new MLP content every week, even though it is just a little bit every week. This episode is called Addressing Memories, and it's basically Twilight and Rarity reminiscing about some of Rarity's best moments and some of her not so good moments. You see clips from the very first episodes of the show Friendship is Magic in Season 1. You see clips from Rarity Takes Manhattan in Season 4. I was a bit surprised to even see the carts before the ponies from Season 6. And then back to the Return of Harmony in Season 2, and the Saddle Row Review, also Season 6, and A Dog and Pony Show Season 1, and then all the way forward to The Best Gift Ever, which was a special release between Season 8 and Season 9. And in every circumstance, I just had this big smile on my face. I was laughing at the comedic bits, and I was really enjoying the music, and really appreciating just how far G4 had come from the early seasons to the later seasons. Because when you're seeing new clips and then immediately go back to a Season 1 episode, you can tell there's been a lot of progress on the character models and the backgrounds and even little knickknacks that they use throughout. And this is all to help fill Starlight's scrapbook, which, again, is kind of a lead-up towards the final episode of the show. I mentioned last week I was hoping that the writers never come up with anything beyond this final scene in the last episode of Season 9. Because it is such a lovely, beautiful moment and a great way to end things off. But in the interim, because there is a lot of space between Twilight's coronation and this final scene that you can fill a lot of stories with. You really could. But that still leaves a question. Why are they releasing these clip show episodes? Is this something that's going to be released on DVD and marketed towards little kids as new MLP content? I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that they're grabbing clips from various episodes to show to little kids. Or it could be that the state of the world right now is basically putting the writers and animators and a lot of people at Hasbro up against the wall, and they're trying to think, well, if we can't create the content we were expecting to have ready by this time of year, we gotta come up with something that's really quick and easy to try and keep fans interested in the property. Hey, what about a clip show? Tons of sitcoms and cartoons throughout the decades have used this format. And yeah, it's not the best way to release new content. I still have to admit, I was enjoying it. I was reminiscing about when I first watched these episodes years ago. I mean, in particular, the Season 1 and Season 2 episodes, which I was watching just on my own, and I hadn't really told anyone that I was interested in My Little Pony way back in those days. This was before I started making any content for YouTube. And then looking at some of the newer episodes from Season 4 and Season 6 and the Best Gift Ever special. And remembering when I got to watch those for the first time. And start talking about what I loved about each of these works and what I think they needed to improve on. And I don't know, as these characters were going back through their own memories of Rarity at her best and Rarity in her not-so-good moments, it made me reminisce about my own experiences watching these episodes for the first time. I know it's not an entirely new episode. There's barely a few minutes of scenes here that haven't been released before. And while I would have preferred to come up with an entirely new story, I think it's nice that if you are trying to do a clip show, it's actually something that is leading up to a truly lovely moment during the final episode of Season 9. all the work that went into Starlight and Spike gathering all these little memories for the scrapbook. Now, they are going to be releasing more episodes in the future. I think the next one is Cakes for the Memories. So, obviously, Pinkie Pie. But all in all, even though it isn't a whole lot of new content, and even though this may be Hasbro's attempt at releasing something, anything, because so much of everything else is pretty much ground down to a halt, I'm actually looking forward to more of these in the coming weeks. This was written by Josh Haber, and he's one of the veteran MLP G4 writers. I mean, he started his work back in, season 4, I think, in Castlemania. So it's nice to have not only one of the writers from G4, but also they're using the assets and I hope the animators from DHX Media to help put these things together. It was such a genuinely nice surprise to suddenly find out, wait, they released new G4 content. Oh goodness. Hey, this is actually kind of exciting for me. Even though it's reminiscing over really old episodes that came out years ago, when combined in this way, I think it's a nice little treat every week. And I look forward to more in the future. But then, what did each of you think? How many of you have even heard that they're releasing these Clipshow episodes? And even just a few minutes worth of new content, it's still technically new content. Using the original voice actresses, and even the writers and I hope animators who worked on the show that we've come to love over the years. And what sort of episodes are you hoping that they will touch on for other characters of the main 6? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, because as always, I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.